Bitcoin is a massively volatile asset. If you've been around in the cryptocurrency markets for any time, you probably realize this. It's volatile up and it's volatile down. Volatility is not just about downward price action, it's also volatile up, which is why it's such an interesting asset. You should not be afraid of volatility in the market. Volatility is your friend if you make it your friend, and it's your enemy if you let it become your enemy. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the markets, diving into the technicals, as well as exploring some of the reasons why volatility can and should be your friend, and also why, in spite of the panic that's been going on in the market recently, and in spite of the price going down recently, why Bitcoin is still going to $500,000 and potentially beyond, and why buying Bitcoin now is probably going to be the easiest 10x of the decade. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that is a topic that you would like to learn some more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and turn over to the charts. Okay, so as you can see here, we have actually closed the daily candle yesterday above the 200-day moving average. The candle at this moment for today's candle is looking like it's struggling a bit here, so we're gonna have to wait another 20 hours at the time from recording this video to see how everything plays out. Now, is there the potential that this whole situation here was just one big old fake out move to shake a bunch of people out of the market, and that now we're gonna bounce back? Well, I would love to say that that's going to be the case. Let's see what happens. At least we did have some very strong volume coming in. You can see that's the volume profile here for this massive dump that we did have. Now, that's not as much volume, though, as we did have back here on the dump in February, nor is it as much volume as we had on the dump back in January. So that's, where we see a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers, of course, also coming into the market. But, at least that is some good volume, considering that, it's probably the most volume that we've seen for crypto since February. So all these other moves, the move up to 60,000, move up to 65,000, none of those moves had the kind of volume and commitment from the market that we saw with this recent move. So this is a very definitive sign. Yes, we did have a lot of panic sellers, but we also had a lot of people coming in to buy up the freaking dip. Now, what I want to see moving forward here to give me a bit more confidence that the market is going to have a nice, potentially V-shaped recovery. Maybe we're just going to do one of these old bad boys right here and go right back up to the moon. Maybe not. But what I want to see happening right now, some good volume coming over the next few days, and for the price to stay above the 200-day moving average. Remember, that is that key line for us. That, for me, is basically the bull market line. So if we're closing above the 200-day moving average, things are going to be all right. If we start consistently closing below the 200-day moving average, that's bad news bears in the short term for Bitcoin. Now, this move here, that is just one of those moves where it's like, man, that just happened so fast. We came back up, and if we stay above it, that's just one of those like, holy cow, that was like the dip buying opportunity of the freaking year. If, however, we fail to hold the 200-day moving average as support, you might get some better entries coming up. I would certainly be a buyer if we do get back down here. That would be great. That'd be great. I'd love to buy some more cheap Bitcoin. Come on, Elon. Tweet out some negative stuff about Bitcoin so I can get another sweet dip buying opportunity, man. That'd be great. And look, realistically, until we see Bitcoin closing above some of these higher moving averages, so this is the 100-period moving average here, or the purple line. Until we see Bitcoin closing back above that, I don't really think that the bulls are in charge of the market right now. That classic battle between the bears and the bulls is going on, and it's going on right at a major line in the sand here. The 200-day moving average, that's our make or break line right now. I would be very interested to see if we can grind back up towards this 100-day moving average. That is, I think, a nice area where we can say, hey, bulls are back in charge of the price action here. I do want to go over, though, to the 4-hour charts real quick. Just have a quick peek at what's going on there, because in the short term, I think we really need to see a definitive breakout move coming in here for Bitcoin, because at the moment we are forming up a bit of an ascending wedge. So that is a bearish chart pattern where we could actually see the price moving up a little bit farther before coming back down here, testing these areas in the mid 30,000s before, again, leveling out, trying to come back up, get back over that 200-day moving average again. But we'll see how that plays out. We really want to see Bitcoin maintaining above at least $40,000 right now. That would be nice. If we fall under 40K, that brings us back under the 200-day moving average, which, yeah, not awesome in terms of bullish momentum for the market. That's quite the opposite. That's a bit of bearish momentum for the market. By the way, if you do want to be trading some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some Polkadot, some Cardano, whatever your fancy might be, you need to get yourself an account over on Femex. It is the best futures trading platform. Now, this is only for people who do understand how to do trading. This is not a platform for beginners. Now, if you do want to try out Femex, you can get a $150 bonus by using the link down below in the description. So that's for making your first deposits, doing your first trades. Plus, you'll get 10% off of your trading fees. And there's also a special promotion going on right now, limited time, only 4.5 days left, to get up to $2,000 in trading bonuses. So just sign up using that first link down below in the description. Deposit 0.01 Bitcoin, you get a $20 bonus all the way up to 2 Bitcoin and a $2,000 bonus. So go ahead and check that out if you are a trader. Now let's talk a little bit more about the market situation over the last few days. So Dan Tapiero, he posted this. This was the 6th worst Bitcoin correction in the last 9 years. Likely that the low from today, that's the low around $30,000, will hold for a long time. He said the only way to win here is to hodl. That is right. Bitcoin's one of those crazy markets. You just got to buy it and hold it, add to your positions on dips, and you're going to be okay in the long run. He said the greatest bull market of all time must be volatile to achieve the rare heights. So yes, if you want to get into Valhalla, if you want the prices of promise, to see a $500,000 Bitcoin or Bitcoin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, you got to expect some volatility, man. This market's crazy, as you guys know. So you can see here, these are Bitcoin historical corrections. So the current one, this is the Elon Musk tweet, China ban FUD, all that stuff we're going through right now. When they made this, it was minus 51%, but actually it was minus 54% from top to bottom. So that's a pretty extreme move here. Now, that is the 6th worst correction for Bitcoin in the last 9 years. You can see we had minus 83.6%. That was December to December 2017, 2018. So that whole massive bear market trend after the bubble popped. We also had a lot of big cryptocurrency exchange hacks during that time. We can see here minus 86%. China bans Bitcoin. So many times China has banned Bitcoin. How many times has China? Come on, China. Come on. All you guys do is ban Bitcoin. And the funny thing is the market keeps falling for it every time. Anyway, this was 2013, 2016, massive bear market that came in there, minus 86.9%. We saw here a minus 82.6%. That was April 2013. So that was kind of after the first big push up for Bitcoin in the 2013 overall bull market. Actually, you can see the incredible volatility that did come in there during that time. There were just incredible corrections during the 2013 bull market. Back in 2012, we had a 56% correction. This is when a Ponzi scheme collapsed. The Ponzi schemes in the market. People do love their Ponzi schemes. But I share this with you just to keep in mind that stuff's gonna happen in the market, and that all of these massive corrections, every single one of those giant corrections, Bitcoin's been called dead, Bitcoin's been over, it's all been finished, yada, 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 yada. Every single time Bitcoin has bounced back stronger than before. All you needed to do was to buy those dips and hodl on. It's that easy. It's also that hard, because I know that the time of maximum financial opportunity in terms of buying the dip is also the time of maximum fear, which doesn't make it easy. The volatility in the cryptocurrency industry is a big deal. But is Bitcoin so unique? Is Bitcoin the only asset that experiences massive volatility? Well, I got some great quotes here for you today from Mark Yusko. Total boss, Mark Yusko. You got to go follow him on Twitter. He's founder and CEO and CIO of Morgan Creek. He's always dropping fire. So this one's a great one. When gold fell from $1,875 down to $1,000 from 2011 to 2015, did it stop being a store of value? No, it didn't. So he said the line of argument is silly. Both gold and Bitcoin are proven stores of value relative to the dollar. 1 ounce of gold equals 1 ounce of gold. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. And it's true. It's true. Check this chart out here. This I shared earlier on Twitter. Gold has been very volatile over time. But, gold's volatility, it's gold after all. Those volatility moments tend to be over much larger time frames. We're talking, months or years often. But things just move faster in Bitcoin because it's a 24-hour market with people just all over the world into the market, in with high leverage. It gets real crazy real quick in crypto. But if we talk about long-term store of value, inflation hedge, look at this. Gold's had some incredible drawdowns, 49%, 66%, 41%, 32%, 45%. At no point during any of these massive drawdowns did gold stop being a store of value? Did gold stop being a dollar hedge? I mean, it is moving all the time in relation to the dollar in terms of its valuation, but gold's gold. It does remain as its inherent properties as being that inflation hedge. And over time, of course, you can see that the price does continue to trend upwards. So something to keep in mind there. And also, Mark was on CNBC and dropped some great information here too about Amazon. He said Bitcoin has the same amount of volatility as Amazon stock. When was the right time to sell Amazon? That would be never. Volatility is not your enemy. Volatility is your friend if you make it to be your friend. And you can see here I shared a chart of the Amazon stock over time. So back here in the dot-com bubble, Amazon went down by 95%. It's pretty dramatic. 57% here, 65% here, 32, 30, 34, 37, etc., etc. At no time was it right to panic sell the dip for Amazon. If you had panic sold here, I mean, that was a long and dark time after the dot-com bubble. A lot of people probably thought Amazon was dead, all that stuff. But if you had simply held on to your Amazon stocks, even if you had bought the freaking top, then you would have had your Amazon stocks that you would have bought at the top for $100 a piece, and they would currently be worth $3,200 a piece. So you would have 32 extra money had you simply not capitulated and sold at the bottom. Every single one of these massive corrections for Amazon, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy. Opportunities always abound in the market, but you have to be able to see beyond the fear in order to take advantage of those opportunities. There would not have been a lot of people buying Amazon stocks after a 95% drawdown, but the people that did got to buy Amazon for $5 a piece, and now it's worth $3,200 a piece. Not many people probably bought that, and not many people that did buy that are probably still holding on to it. But I'm sure there's a few investors out there who made one of the investments of a lifetime buying one of the world's strongest tech companies at a 95% discount. That same thing has happened many times with Bitcoin. The investors who understood what they were buying bought the dips and have succeeded very well over time as a result of that. And finally for today, just a reminder, Bitcoin is going to rival the market cap of gold, so ARK Invest's Kathy Wood says Bitcoin is going to go to $500,000. That is their investment thesis for Bitcoin. So if you're buying Bitcoin today for $40,000, well, it's going to go, I guess, about 12x if we get up to $500,000. Roughly, if it did hit the market cap of gold, that would be about $550,000. per Bitcoin, about a $500,000 Bitcoin. That might sound crazy. That might sound like insane hopium, but it's about as crazy and as crazy hopium as Bitcoin going to $1,000 back in 2012. Nobody would have thought that was possible. Or Bitcoin going to $10,000 back in 2016. Saying such a thing would have been ludicrous. Totally crazy stuff. And now here we are, some years later. People are talking about Bitcoin going up to be worth $500,000. The gold 2.0 narrative is coming to play. Inflation hedge. Market cap of gold's $10 trillion. $550,000 Bitcoin. That is a $10 trillion market cap Bitcoin. So if that does happen, and I believe that Bitcoin can and will rival the market cap of gold over time, then buying Bitcoin today, it's going to be one of the easiest 10x situations of your investing life. All you have to do, buy on the dips and hold your Bitcoin. Remember, gold's volatile, stocks are volatile, crypto is volatile. Make volatility into your friend. Stop being freaked out by it. Buy on the dips, hodl for the long term. You're gonna be okay. Anyway, those are just my 2 Satoshis for the day. Your question, do you think that Bitcoin can get to $500,000 per Bitcoin one of these days? Or is that just a bit too crazy? Maybe Cathie Wood has been hitting the hopium bong a bit too hard. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.